The Season 22 Battle Pass is here inside of Diablo Immortal. We've already purchased the $5 version of it. We're going to talk about it, and then we are going to be changing from Barbarian to a new class today. It's been about a year since I've played as this class that we're going to be swapping to, and I'm really excited to do it. We want to talk about a few things, though, before we do. Because the Barbarian is my primary class, I try to claim as many of the cosmetics on the Barb as I can. So what I want to do is I want to claim the rewards for today. That's the free version, and then the lower tier is, of course, our paid version, which is a $5 battle pass, as I mentioned. I'm claiming the cosmetic on the Barb just in case I play as this new class for a week and then I'm like, I'm going to go back to Barbarian, which very well may happen. Or I could love it and I could stay with this new class for a couple of months. We'll have to see. Either way, I try to buy everything on the Barb. Now, we have the cosmetic, we have another familiar contract, and we have the choice of the Fervent Fang, Grim Rhythm, or the Telluric Pearl. Remember that the Grim Rhythm is not craftable, and it's not sellable, so you can only get them from here. Here are the gem options for us right now. As you can see, the Grim Rhythm, let's actually take a look at it quick. It's a 2-star gem. Dealing damage increases your attack speed by 0.8% for 3 seconds, stacking up to 10 times. So it's really a speed style gem. It's one that I'd love to have on hand, and once I'm done ranking up my Fervent Fang to rank 10, this will probably be one that I try and pick up. But for now, we are still ranking up our Fervent Fang, so that will be my selection. And we now have gotten the new Plague Reaper weapon, which I quite like. It really reminds me of, it reminds me of that game Identity 5. I don't know if you guys have ever played it. Either way, we've gotten the cosmetic, we've got the 2-star gem on the Barbarian, which now means before I finish up this battle pass and we get through all of the stages of the battle pass, I'll be sure to come back to the Barbarian so that I could claim the final cosmetic, which, as you can see right here, let's take a view of it on the Barb first. It looks like a demonic scarecrow. Pretty cool looking. Look at the wings sticking out of the back. It's a cool cosmetic. I actually like it. But it is time for the class change. Actually, additionally, this just came out from Blizzard over on Twitter, and I don't know exactly what it means. The Year of Dragon is coming soon to Diablo Immortal. Join us in celebrating the Lunar New Year with a special new in-game event. The festivities begin with a warm-up event on January 31st. That's only about 2 weeks away. Then the main experience kicks off on February 9th. I'm looking forward to what this is. I don't know what this new event is, but I'm always all about it. Hopefully they bring something that's really cool. It's a testing phase and it gets worked into the cycle of rotating events inside of the game. Just wanted to share what was going on Twitter in case you guys don't follow them over there. But back into the game, we're class changing, my friends. Let's dive on in and figure out what class your boy is about to be next. Now, if you watched my video yesterday going over everything that came through in the update, I did mention what class I was going to be. It's probably the #1 damage dealing class inside of the game, and it's one that we have not been for a while, and that is the Necromancer. Yes, I do not have a build prepared. We've got absolutely nothing. I probably don't even have a ton of the essences that we're gonna need for this one, but if it will even go, like, why aren't we black screened here for right there? All right, so see, we built him out. We got his look going. He's got the nice dark face. We're class changing. It's free. Remember, we could do this every single day, and I did save at the armory. I saved my Barb build. So if I decide to swap back, I got my Barb good to go. The cool thing is, tonight is Helliquary. So what that means is, with it being Helliquary tonight, oh, look at this. We already have our skeleton down. I'm going to see what kind of damage this guy can deal. Now, let's take a look really quickly at a few things. First of all of our Barbarian gear is off. We have to go get a charm for the Necromancer. Look at this cosmetic on the Necro too. This is something I've never seen. This is the new cosmetic. Not even wearing, let's actually get the weapons equipped. I feel like I'm losing my voice a little bit here. Let's go with this weapon, equip it. We're not going to use the new weapon that just came out. Oh man, he is pretty sick looking. I will say not as cool looking as the Barb with those birds hanging out from behind, but definitely a nice looking cosmetic. Remember, that cosmetic is cross-class. So maybe I do have, I wonder if I have anything in the armory saved. Absolutely nothing. I don't even think there was an armory the last time that we played as Necro. All right, so we're going to come on over to the stash here. And we are going to just, let's get rid of, wait. Oh, it's over here. Nope, it's over here. There we go. Nope, not that. Nope. Nope. Nope, it's the last one, of course. There we go. So we're going to go with this one. There we go. And we're going to equip that so that we could actually have some buffs to our proper class here. Command Skeletons, Corpse Explosion, Bone Spear, Bone Spikes. We're going to equip that one. And we're going to go throw the Barbarian one in the stash just to make sure that we're safe there. You know what? We'll probably throw... we don't really need to save all these, but for now, we'll throw them all in the stash just to keep things safe. And we do actually have a couple of Necromancer charms as well. So what do these skills look like that we have? We have one right there, the Golem, which is sweet. Love that. We have the Skeletons. We have, what was that one called? I don't even remember. And then we have this, which is the Dark Curse. So let's actually go look at the skills that we're rocking right now. We are going with Dark Curse, Skeletal Mage. Wrath Form is nice to get away from stuff. Corpse Explosion, Command Skeletons, Command Golem, Borrowed Time. There's so many things in here that I like, but let's actually go with Wrath Form. And let's put it right over here so that we can get away. Now, let's go to the Essence Transfer and see what kind of essences we have, but more importantly, what kind of essences we're missing, because it has been a minute. Check it out. We got a bunch of the beginning stuff, and then there's going to be a bunch that we haven't gotten. So let's go to Inherit. What do we have here? Skeletal Mage duration is increased. That's good. Generate corpses as you're moving during Wrath Form. What can we change there? Let's take a quick look. Bone Armor, Bone Wall, Bone Wall, Bone Armor, no. Corpse Explosion, no. Bone Armor, Bone Wall. Removes all effects that cause loss of control, no. Well, okay, I think we have the best one for what we're using right now, actually, right there. And I will be putting together a guide on a new Necro build in a couple of weeks once we have something. Maximum charges for Skeletal Mage, cool. Bone Armor duration increased, no, we're not using Bone Armor. Wrath Form now causes enemies to touch and flee. Bone Wall, Dark Curse, Corpse Explosion. Just looking for something that I'm actually using. If target is killed within 3 seconds of... Nope, we're not using Grim Scythe. All right, so we're going to go up here. Wrath Form causes enemies to flee. Okay, we'll go inherit that. Boom, beautiful. Command Skeletons, damage is increased. Sure. Soulfire now bounces to one additional target. Are we using Soulfire? Let's take a look. We are using Soulfire. All right, so we'll keep that for now. Not sure if that's the primary that we are going to be keeping on going with. We have Corpse Explosion. No, we're going to switch that out because we're not using that. Command Skeletons, Command Golem now summons a Stone Golem. Oh, right, we can get different Skeletal Golem. Molten Golem. I think that's the one that we wanted, right? Molten Golem. Yep, that's the one. I remember when we got that, that was like, okay. Molten Golem is kind of cool. It's going to get that burn effect on everything, which is going to actually help with some of the build that we currently have. Now, Soulfire has a chance to explode enemies on hit. Let's see what we can get here instead. New Skeletal Champions reduces. Soulfire bounces. Bone Wall. Golem will split into 2 Golem if it dies. Command Golem damage. I like that one. Corpse Explosion. Corpse lands. Bone Skeleton have a chance to be empowered. Let's actually go with the Command Golem damage increased. I like that. So now we have to test out this very quick build that we just put together. The issue is I am not fast anymore. So I have my little getaway right here, but that's it. Also, when we take a look at things here, we take a look at the build. I'm going with gems. Actually, let's go to the gem merchant really quickly. We'll go with 4 again. I'm using gems that were built out for my barbarian, right? So we're going with the Pain Clasp. Increases the damage dealt to enemies suffering from continuous damage, which could be the burning from that golem, right? We have all damage you deal is increased by 16% and increases your critical hit chance. I'm not sure if that's going to affect just my primary attack or all damage, but it says all damage, so I'm assuming all. Everlasting Torment we're getting rid of. Remember, we're going to be putting in Blessed Pebble. This here, your channeled skills consume energy slower. That's going to be for Whirlwind, and that would probably be pulled out of this build. We're going with Fervent Fang. That's going to stay. Blood-Soaked Jade is going to stay. Mother's Lament. When you deal damage, you have a chance of gaining Maternal Disdain, increasing the critical hit chance. That'll stay. Damage enemies poison. We're going to keep the Viper as well. I'm going to pull out Everlasting Torment and probably Trick Shot. And the gem that we need to actually pick up here for this build that is only specific to a Necromancer is going to be the Follower's Burden, because it's going to increase all damage that I get by my summons. Also, by the way, we sold a bunch of things, so let's collect everything that we sold right here last night. Boom, 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 boom. Look, we did a little bit of farming, a little bit of lair farming. We got a bunch of good stuff. I think we pulled in 20 yesterday. All right, but let's go ahead, and I think what we should run right now is let's run an Elder Rift. What do you say? We're going to Wrath form. Let's see. This is 9, 8, 7. Okay, so there's quite a cooldown on this. I'd love to get that down. I don't think we can get it as close to like we do with our Barbarian, like an endless sprint or an endless whirlwind, but we're going to try. This is actually good. We got a party here going in with 10 legendary crests. We'll get a bunch of these. These are going to be our Fading Embers. Remember, we get more Fading Embers when people are going in with legendary crests. So we'll get 25 Fading Embers and 12 runes that we can then use to create the Follower's Burden gem if we decide to stay with Necro. Now let's try this bad boy out. Put this one to the test. With my subpar day 1 build, we put the charm in. We got the right skills for right now, and we are going in with at least some essences that make sense, right? So let's start out the rift and let's do our thing. Oh, I forgot the corpses are everywhere in this, right? I feel stuck. All right, here we go. We'll go again. Oh, this is cool. We're just gonna kind of energy through. I am doing damage with Wrath form as I go through. So we got. Let's get some stuff going on here. And remember, now we have our pet running around behind us as well. Are we? I haven't even seen an enemy yet. These guys are cleaning up shop ahead of me before I could even get there. Let me come through and get in the battle, boys. There we go. This way. I'm just slow. I went from the Barbarian, which is the fastest class, to like the slowest class. Okay, we'll go here. Let's get some guys over here. Boom, boom. It is nice to be able to do damage from afar. Not something that I'm used to either. Let's get it on this boss. Here we go. I was not even able to test out my Necro because of how strong these guys were in here. We've gotten no gems that popped out, but we did get a bunch of runes, which is cool. Let's get out of here. Let's go back to West March. And you know what? Maybe we'll go into the open world and do something like one of my, let's do one of my, my bounties. That'll give me a good feel. We'll leave the party. Boom. And let's go dive into, what do we have here today? What are some of our quests? Billifin? All right, we're going to go to Billifin, and we're going to test them out over there because, you know why? It's fun for me. So I want to see what it looks like. I got to get used to the controls again now. I'm into the Barbarian where I just run over everything. Necro, very different. We're going to stay back from behind, and we're going to be doing all that casting. So let's see if I can get used to it right here. This Wrath form is so short, it's probably not even worth me using right now just because of how little it actually does for me. So let's go here. Skeletons, golem, everything just kind of dropping it in there. They all follow me, which is cool, I think. We're going with the Soul Fire attack. All right, that's cool. And I wonder, it's going to be a lot better, I assume, right now that since the pets, they're going to, my familiar is going to help me out and keep things alive. And actually, more like that, not keep things alive. I don't know what I'm saying. The pet's going to help me clean up all the mess that all my spawn leave behind. I remember being a Necromancer, stuff's kind of everywhere, right? But now, with the familiar, they're going to be able to clean that mess up. Not going to leave stuff behind as much as I probably have in the past. Soulfire, is that the go-to for Necro, guys? Let me know. I do see all these corpses around. All I want to do is make everything explode. Here we go. We got some more right here. We'll just drop all 3 of them on top. Doing tons of damage. Got to see how long they last, though. That I'm not sure. But I do know when we get all of our beasts out, we could do a ton of damage. Wondering, we have Heliquary tonight. I'm wondering if I should do a live stream or not. We'll see. We'll see how much juice I got in my tank. Today's a long day ahead. May not have a lot of juice. Soul firing from far. That bounces between enemies, I believe. Which is quite nice. And we just stay back and let our spawn do everything. Our summons. Love it, man. Let's finish up this one bounty. Because we are completionists. I got to get my golem to jump on top of where he's supposed to jump. Be more effective. There he is, right there. Oh, he got stuck. He got stuck behind that wall. You see that? We get ourselves out of there. Q for health. There we go. Taking them all down. Completed one of the bounties. And we're going to head back to a safe area so we don't get taken down in our portal with our Necro for the first time. I don't know. It's fun being a new class. The cool thing about Diablo Immortal is I could class change every single day. If I play Necro for a day and I don't like it, I can go right back to the Barbarian, have everything in place that we had before, and feel good about it. But what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of days is really trying to find some good builds for the Necro. I'm going to try and see what people are using, what are the best ones. I'm going to be farming essences and just enjoying playing as this new class. Something else that I didn't even consider is our secondary gear. We're now using Vithu and we're using Grace. There is a set that's going to help me in my summons. So it looks like I'm going to need to switch out that as well. The good thing for me is I have a whole bunch of my Fabled Wisps right here. We have 39. So we could definitely create a 4-piece set to try and get ourselves the extra summons bonus as well. Maybe we only need the 2-piece. I gotta take a look at it and see what it looks like, but that'll be fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, getting back into the Necromancer for the first time in a year. Builds to come.